mentioned that supporting students is a priority, and I want you to hear firsthand from one of them. We have a number of fabulous students in the room, and I hope that all of you have had a chance to talk to a couple of them during, hopefully, the cocktail hour or at your table. But now I do want to welcome a second-year student, Miguel Guerra, a shining example of exactly the kind of student we're fortunate to attract. Miguel grew up in a city in the Rio Grande Valley near the Texas-Mexico border. And after high school, he founded a summer theater program serving his hometown community's underprivileged youth. Before law school, he was the first bilingual DJ for Radio Disney, which is pretty cool, right? And he founded a digital marketing agency. He's an editor on the UCLA Law Review, and he spent last summer working at Betzetic, and this summer he's going to join the entertainment law firm Cohen Gardner as a summer associate. Miguel is the first person in his family to graduate from college, and he's also the inaugural Ken and Betty Gibbs Scholarship recipient here at UCLA Law School. And Miguel has also been working passionately to help create a scholarship for Latino law students on campus. So please join me in giving him a very warm welcome this evening.
All right. Thank you, Dean. Thanks for having me this evening. As Dean said, my name is Miguel Guerra, and it is a real honor to be here with you all tonight to give you thanks and to share with you the unlikely journey that brought me here. As Dean said, I grew up 15 minutes from the Texas-Mexico border, and I'm the son. Whoa, everybody okay? Everybody okay? You okay? The photographer's like, it wasn't me. I'm sorry. I didn't say it was you. It's all good. I grew up the son. So my parents are migrant farm workers, and in fact, my father used to pick fruits and vegetables just up the 101 in Oxnard, and just up the 5 in Bakersfield and Delano. And he came to this country not understanding a word of English and barely finished his high school education. And after the fields, he worked most of his life in construction and as a bus driver to give my sister and I the opportunities that he never had. His greatest aspiration for my sister and I was to get an education for us, so that we could build our futures with our minds instead of the sweat of our brows the way he did. And he had the foresight early on to know that it takes a village to make this happen. And that idea, the idea of it taking a village to raise a child, was one that I experienced firsthand when my grandmother and my aunt came to live with us to help take care of us while my parents worked. So you can imagine my mother, my grandmother, my father, my aunt, my sister, and myself in this tiny apartment. Talk about a village. It was crazy. But my point is that we wouldn't be able to build a foundation had it not been for the support of others, for the support of family. And as Dean said, we didn't get here on our own, and I'm no exception. I didn't get here by myself. I've had plenty of help along the way, and that's been true my entire life. Growing up, lawyers, or los abogados, as we called them in our house, they helped my family get work permits, and they helped my family stay in this country. Los abogados kept my family together. So from my perspective, lawyers simply helped people. Lawyers, in my eyes, were rock stars, and I wanted so badly to be one when I was young. And I remember thinking, what a far-fetched goal for somebody like me. How could I ever afford something like that? But today, I stand before you, about to complete my second year at one of the most respected law schools in the world. And that would not have been possible without receiving the Ken and Betty Gibbs Scholarship. It's through the generous support of Ken and Betty and people like yourself, Arthur, that allow me to have a chance in the future, to have an opportunity to advance my life. I wish my parents could be here to see this, me speaking in front of you all. From the early years of working in the fields in Oxnard to me standing here today in Beverly Hills at the Beverly Hilton, I mean, my parents my parents would think, wow, we have come a long, long way. So, what's interesting is that my family's story is actually not special. I know my peers, many of them have similar stories. But you know what is special? What's special, Arthur, is that people like you and everybody here tonight donate and give their generosity to make my family story possible. That's what's special. So, on behalf of my father, my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, my sister, and myself, muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you very much.